Moving to a new country can be daunting, but managing your finances shouldn't be. Whether you're new to Canada or whether you've been living here for a while, learning to manage your finances is crucial to your success. Let's talk about it. Do you want to achieve some long-term goals such as buying a house, getting a car, having the freedom and the flexibility to do the things you enjoy to do? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me here, my name is Yasheika Turner, and on this channel, we talk about thriving as immigrants here in Canada. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about financial empowerment, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will be well knowledgeable on how to budget and how to spend effectively and how to choose wisely so you will be on your journey of financial success here in Canada. Now, if you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscription button right now. While you're at it, please hit the notification bell also so you won't miss my next video to come. Now, let's get right into today's video. So, number one is understanding your income and your expenses. Now, for example, when I just moved here in Canada, I was a single mom at the time. So my very first job, what I did, so I started working and then I got an apartment, I think a month or two after. So what I did, I wrote down my income. Here in Canada, it's usually bi-weekly income. So you get paid every 2 weeks. So from that, I wrote down my income, one side of the paper. This might be a good time for you to pause the video, go get a pen and paper so you can do the things that I'm telling you to do right now, right? So I wrote down my income, and on the other side, I wrote down my expenses. Your expenses might look like your rent or mortgage, insurance, factor in the bills, utilities. For some instances, some of the homes, some of the apartments, some of the rentals might include your utilities. But if not, you have to factor those in. Utilities, phone bill, grocery, buying your new here. So you have to get your apartment furnished. So having a little extra to furnish that apartment. Having a little extra to buy clothes. It's seasonal here in Canada, so you will need winter gears. You will need different clothes for a different season. And especially if you have kids, factor in the number of people in your family, right? So write down all the bills that you will need to pay. Yes, cost of living is skyrocketing high. So Canada is no exception. I previously did a video of the cost of living here in Hamilton, Ontario. I'll list it right here. Go ahead and watch it after watching this one, of course. So you factor in income versus expenses, understanding the money coming in and the money coming out. Number two, after you have those lists of expenses, now you're going to prioritize. I can never say that word right. Prioritize your expenses. So what bills are on the top of your priority list? And of course, I'm assuming that will be your accommodation. So whether that's mortgage or whether that's rent, that bill will be at the top. Then comes, of course, your utilities, your bills, food, grocery, and you go down, go down, go down. Set it in priority. The next thing I usually do, I usually split that priority list in half, two halves. Because remember, as I said, most of the time, you're getting paid bi-weekly. So what I did when I just came home, I managed my money as a single mother at the time. I split my bill in half. So I know at that time, I think I was getting around $700. Yes, that was 12 years ago. $700 bi-weekly as a PSW, a patient support worker. At that time, I think it was $13 per hour until I upgraded, got my RN license, started working as a nurse. But at that time, my bi-weekly was $700, right? My rent was $700. I had a car payment. I had to spend money on furnishing the apartment. So it was a tight budget I had to work with, but I did it, right? Until I upgraded and I started getting more income, right? So I put my mortgage as one payment. So say, the first or the last income, with whichever it falls in line with, you're going to say, okay, that first paycheck was for the mortgage. The second paycheck was for the other things that I had to pay. So I'll pull out a book. I was going through some documents the other day, going through some of my storage stuff, and I bumped into this book. This is a notebook that I have. I think I'll try to find it and show you exactly what I'm talking about. How I used to budget exactly that $1,400 that I used to get every month, right? So that's how I would advise for you to do it. Prioritize, put two lists, and put which bill will come from which paycheck. And that will definitely help you. And don't forget your savings. Savings is crucial. Number 3, you need to save for emergency. Now remember, you're new here, or even if you're not so new, your support, I'm assuming most of your family and friends are back home. So if you have an emergency, who are you going to get money from? Right? Because maybe when you send for money back home, they're going to be like, we're expecting you to send money to us. How are we going to get money to send to you? So no, you have to remember that you are on your own, especially if you're a single woman. You have to remember that you have a child. You have to have enough savings for yourself and for your child. So make savings a priority. Put it on top of your list to put it even. And you know what? One of the best ways to do it is to set up automatic withdrawals, deposit into your bank account. So go ahead and set up automatically, if it's even $50 per paycheck, to go into savings. But you need your savings. Very crucial. Number 4, tip 4 is to reduce unnecessary expenses. Now, I know at times we come here as immigrant and we want to be like the Joneses. We want to act as, we want to imitate people who are at their year 5 or their year 10 while you are at your year 1. No. I say this all the time in my videos. Learn to creep before you walk. Go at your own pace. Do things that are within your budget. Do things that you can afford to do. Don't look at what others are doing. Do you. Now, this might look like trying to save as much as you can, cutting back on unnecessary expenses, doing your own here, learning that skill before moving here to Canada. After you start making a little bit more, then that's not a priority right now to go out and pay $250 to get your hair braided. That's not a priority right now. Your priority is to furnish your apartment, pay your bills, buy food, and buy clothes, right? So go on YouTube and learn how to braid the hair. Or if you can't braid, get some wigs, right? Prioritizing and cutting back on expenses. Cook your own food, home cooked meals, and pack your lunch take to work. Imagine you spending at least $10 per day, $10 to $15 per day buying food. Per day, that's going to say it's an example, spending $10 per day. That's going to be $50 per week, leading up to $200 per month out of that little survival job that you're getting. So cooking your own food, buying things within out of season, so like summertime in August, when the summer things are on clearance, buy this stuff. If you have kids, buy them in bigger size, so next summer clothes can fit them, right? Buy things in bulk. Usually when I go to the grocery store and I see the big bags of flour, the big bags of rice, the bigger jugs of oils, I buy those things in bulk, rather than, because at times when the bags of flour are going for sale, they're usually going for around $11. And that's like, I think, 10-pound bag or something. And a little 1 pound, a little bag like this, you know what I'm talking. A little one like this is like $6. So when you buy the rice and the flour in bulk, it stays longer and it helps with the money, right? Budgeting the money and cutting back on expenses. So these are some ways. Use the flyers. I like to use Flip app. So with the Flip app, the flyers are directly on the app. You don't have to wait until they drop off the flyers at your door in the mail. Go through your Flip app and see which grocery stores are having sales, and you get them. Another thing, when you start furnishing your apartment, you can buy secondhand things. Go on Facebook Marketplace, go on Kijiji. If you have somebody, a friend offering you a dining table, offering you something, take it until you can afford to buy. You have enough income coming in. So it is okay to go to thrift stores, buy used things, buy used furniture, as long as they're not fabricated stuff. So like mattress and couch, your dining chairs and all those things. Try not to buy used things that are fabric, because bed bugs and cockroaches are here in Canada. If you didn't know, I mentioned it on one of my previous videos. I'll list it right here. But be cautious of buying used things that have fabrics on. And lastly, seek professional advice. Ask questions, right? Find a financial advisor. If you're planning on buying a house, you're planning on buying a car, you're planning on making some big investment, seek professional advice. Get a mortgage agent, find a realtor, and you start working and start planning on that big home ownership goal or that big goal of whatever it is. But it is important to get professional advice. Go into the bank, ask a friend, do you know a financial advisor? Do you know what am I asking? Do you know a mortgage agent? Hi, I'm Yasheika. So I'm happy to help you with your needs of leasing, buying, selling, or investing. I'll put my email below where you can hook me up. We can link up and we can make a plan. Whether you want to lease, whether you want to buy, whatever is your real estate goals, I can help you there. So I'll give you my professional advice. Now, did this video make sense at all? Let me know in the comment. Drop it in. Make sense? Yes. Definitely managing your finance as a new immigrant might seem overwhelming, might seem stressful with all what's going on with finances, cost of living. But if you have a full understanding of your income, your expenses, you know where the money is coming in, where the money is going out, then trust me, you will have control over your money and you will set a firm foundation for your finances, creating a rich empowerment financial journey on your way to thriving in Canada as an immigrant. Thank you so much for watching, and please go ahead and check out this video here where I talk about how to build your credit here in Canada, which will be very beneficial when it comes on to home ownership later down. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye for now.